This is what I said. Why I'm done with the MCU past Black Widow. This is why. Guess what? Captain Marvel 2 will be Captain Marvel, as we all knew it, was going to be the face of the MCU. This is the new face of the MCU. A boring prank. Yes, that's the new face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Phase 3 of the MCU, and it will bring things to Endgame because of a decade's worth of storytelling. And of course, Endgame, I think, is the end of the real MCU. The MCU that we all grown to love. The MCU with all the lovable characters, except for Brie Larson. But yeah, except for Captain Marvel and the prank Brie Larson. Yeah, all the lovable and memorable characters are gone or either made, worse or, going to be sat to the side in Phase 4 of the MCU. 4 will, for example, probably put in the movie 4 over in front of it. I wouldn't be surprised if they had sapped 4 to the side for the new pro-woman 4 to come to their aid. And I won't be surprised if in it, which means, yes, we'll be getting an A-Force movie, which is based on a comic book that failed. It just seems that Hollywood does not listen, especially Disney, okay? Nobody likes Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. The Brie Larson, of course, tell you otherwise. But yeah, nobody really likes Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. As much as the Brie bots and the Brie Larson fanboys and, fan base will try to tell you that all people not liking the Captain Marvel are trolls. No, we are not trolls. And people who don't like Captain Marvel are not trolls. We are saying our opinion, and that's all it is, okay? And that's the Disney fanboys' problems as well, okay? They call me a troll for the longest time for not liking The Incredibles, for not liking certain Pixar movies, because I don't get depressed watching certain Pixar movies like they do. And yeah, I don't want to watch a movie to be depressed watching it, okay? But yeah, according to MCU Cosmic, Captain Marvel's powers and Wilson, the new Avengers movie. Probably A-Force because, they really want to drive the MCU into the ground. Captain Marvel's sequel plot will put up the Avengers movie similar to how Civil War set up the stage for Infinity War and Endgame. The source also mentions wherever Brie Larson helms Brie Larson will also get a start to helm the next Avengers movie because, of course, she's, of course, the bestest ever. Brie Larson and prank-born Brie Larson of the rogue powers are the bestest ever. As this movie is merely a rumor and the conversations is huge surprise, the next Avengers film will come out after the Captain Marvel sequel, with its going set to hit cinemas in 2022. That being said, the rumor isn't entirely wrong, as the next Avengers film is a few ways out. The MCU's entire slate was reshuffled due to the virus, which has caused numerous films to be pushed back, except for Captain Pranks 2 exposure entries to the franchise. So yeah, Captain Prank will be reading the sequel, will be reading the MCU. Well, and yeah, nobody's gonna watch Avengers 4. The audience that liked the first 4 Avengers movies, they're not gonna be there. And yes, I may not be fond of Endgame right now, but considering what is to come, maybe I'll probably come back in 5 years calling Endgame a masterpiece compared to the woke Avengers, which is the Avengers that nobody likes. The Avengers without Iron Man, without Captain America, without Hulk, without all these memorable characters that made the Avengers, without Brie Larson's prank face in it that ruins the entire MCU in the entirety, okay? And yeah, the MCU is going down the wrong path. And yes, they're going down the woke path, the same path that Star Wars went down. I won't be surprised if Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb still out for these movies. Keep putting out a bunch of bot reviews to get the score around 7.0, like of Captain Marvel 1, and the reading reviews if you don't agree with Brie Larson. And yeah, that's basically it. Goodbye.